All right. Hello, everyone. I am incredibly sorry about the delay. It turns out that manslaughter is a word that you can't put in your Twitch title. And for the longest time, it kept throwing me back a Twitch API error on Restream and then in Streamlabs. I was like, what is happening? And it turns out that that's why, because it finally told me you're using a word that you're not supposed to. That would be nice to know at the beginning. Anyways, I'm here, I'm live, and I'm ready to cast a fantastic IGL match as we get our playoff season started. Like the graphics showed, we have Galaxy Esports and Vehicular Manslaughter. And hopefully I'm okay to say that word on my Twitch stream. I sure hope so, because that would be, that would not be very fun if that were to happen. What's up, Trib? What's up, Funny Fat Man? What's up, New Guy? Thank you to Funny Fat Man and for New Guy for the follows. I am live, Trib. It's crazy, isn't it? I didn't think I'd be able to. I was getting pretty nervous there, but I'm gonna send the lobby info to both of the captains real quick, and then we'll get started with and then we'll start talking about our actual, our normal pregame stuff, our stats. We'll take a look at the bracket. That may not come until later, just because of the lack of time. And oh my goodness, Discord needs to needs to shush. All right, so I believe I sent it to both of the right people. All right, so Galaxy Esports, your #1 seed coming into this division. And by the way, this is, I believe, Tier 4, Division 14, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure that I got that right. But Bolts with the huge rate of 7, just as we are about to get started with our IGL playoff action. Welcome, everybody. You're in for an exciting night of Rocket League IGL action. And what a not many matches better than this one. A #1 seed versus a number 16 seed. But these teams, on paper, they're looking so good. Galaxy Esports, they're 5-1. Vehicular Manslaughter, they're only 2-4, but their stats are roughly similar to that of Galaxy Esports, so there may not be as much separation between them as we thought. But Bolts, again, thank you for the raid. I'm glad that, or I hope that you had a great stream. Galaxy Esports equals easiest dub. We'll see about that, Frauen. Did I pronounce that right? I hope I did. But yeah. Apparently, we're lucky that we're able to get that raid, because I wasn't sure that Trim was gonna like me there for a second. Let's see. We're just waiting on one team to join the lobby, so I'm gonna see if I can get this this bracket up for everybody real quick. Oh, that is definitely not it. I'm actually gonna delete this thing because I don't use it anymore. Okay. And okay, we do have everybody, so we will switch it over to Champions Field. And here we go. We've got Galaxy Esports and Vehicular Manslaughter. You've got Funny Fat Man 1 and Sweaty for Galaxy Esports. And you've got Bonham and Little for Vehicular. And I hope that this is a fantastic series, even though it's a 1 versus 16 seed. And, sometimes those teams have quite a bit between them. I hope that it's a very close match, and that this number 16 seed isn't actually all that far off. Funny Fat Man's going to pick up the ball in the corner, going to roll it across the face of the net, and Sweaty is going to get there first. A good start, a quick start from Galaxy. That's great to hear, Bulls. Glad you had a fun time on stream. no, Funny Fat Man is going to make it 2 for Galaxy Esports. It's a great read off the corner, and they absolutely slot it top corner. A little bit of help from the side post. But it's a great kickoff goal to quickly double their lead. Sweaty pushes it over to the side. Little pushes it off the corner, and Sweaty's going to go through. They're going to pick up possession. They're going to take that mid boost as well, going through the middle, and Bonham's going to quickly touch it away from danger. There's a solid 50 from Bonham as well. Little doesn't quite get the follow-up that they want, but it's not a convincing touch from Funny Fat Man. And the ball will roll into the corner. No orange player able to pick it up and push it back into a central position. Little with control to the sides. Funny gets beat, and Little pushes it to the inside. And Sweaty is going to get beat on the goal line. And Little's going to pull one back for vehicular manslaughter. What's up, Chaos? Remember around noon when I was in your stream? No, I don't. You weren't talking in chat, were you? Sweaty sends it towards the orange half, but it's dealt with easily by Little. Funny Fat Man's gonna get up first, though. They're gonna try to shoot for that far post, but Bonham's got it covered pretty convincingly. Sweaty's gonna get there first, so no follow-up for the orange team. Funny Fat Man covering the middle areas, but Little's able to get it wide and get it past the initial press. Bonham sending it back down to the corner. Both of the blue players on retreat. Bonham has to turn away from it as Funny Fat Man beats them. And Sweaty with a great follow-up touch. Bonham puts it to the corner. It's going to fall to the middle via the ceiling, but nobody's there except the orange defenders. Funny Fat Man to the middle. Sweaty is up, and it's a good 50. Funny Fat Man also putting in a good 50, and Little gonna leave it for Bonham to push it to the corner. Funny Fat Man tries to put this one on target, and it's not a great touch from Bonham to push it back into the other half. Sweaty to the corner with a good pinch. Funny Fat Man with the block. Sweaty's coming in, and Little is able to push it away. Bonham on the counter attack. Can they get a touch back inside? Funny is going to get there first. And it's going to hop over Little on that little crease on the wall. Sweaty's giving it up to an orange player, and Funny Fat Man comes in, pushes it through the corner. And it seems that I have disconnected, so I'm not quite sure what's happening. This has been happening a lot to me lately in Rocket League, and frankly, it's kind of frustrating. Because I really don't know how to fix this. Oh. Alrighty. Try that again, I guess. Unable to find server? Did the whole lobby just die? Oh, you're in YouTube chat, though? Were you sending messages? Because I didn't see anything from you, Chaos, and if you were, I'm sorry that I didn't see them. I know Twitch Rivals was going on. That may be it. I mean, if Twitch Rivals wants to screw up my casting, then yeah, sure, they can. I guess. All right, let's bring it back. Because I don't know what happened. Okay, everybody disconnected? What was the time? I think if somebody wants, they can go back to the if you go to my Twitch profile, you can go to the VOD and see it. It should already be uploading, so you just have to rewind a bit. But what is... We'll talk about this later, Chaos, because we got to focus on this. But all right, so everybody just oh jeez, what a way to start out playoff season, right? Get all hyped and then this happens. So let's it was 2-1 in favor of Galaxy Esports, if I remember correctly. Okay, I see. Then 202 was roughly the time. Okay. Let me review the rules real quick because I just want to make sure that I want to make sure that I do the right thing here. All right, so the rules say if the entire server crashes at any point in the game, the lobby will be remade and that game will be replayed. So I mean, okay. Is that cool with both captains replaying that game, or actually I'll DM because there's probably a delay. I mean, rules are rules. Fair enough. Fair enough, Funny Fat Man. I like your thinking. So I'll get that lobby remade. I am incredibly sorry about that. All right. All right. You're right, Aim. It is good for Vehicular because they were down by 1. It can kind of ruin the momentum, but like Funny Fat Man said, rules are rules. Are rules to play from time or to restart the match? The rules that I'm looking at say to restart the match. Yeah. If I had that option, I would love to play it from 2 minutes and 2 seconds, and that can be like kind of hard to judge. But yeah, unfortunately, that's how it is. All is fair. I believe Reddles shouldn't have been able to call a timeout going into OT. Fair. All right, so here we go again. We have got... Oh, wait, that's the wrong scene. Galaxy Esports and Vehicular Manslaughter. And hopefully this time the lobby stays alive. Last time it was Galaxy Esports who got off on the front foot. It was 2-1 with 2 minutes and 2 seconds remaining. But unfortunately, this game does need to be replayed. Vehicular Manslaughter had brought one back, though. And I think this game could be a lot closer than game number 1. With both teams, they were able to get on the board. They were able to get that first goal, kind of maybe eliminate a few of the nerves. Although this interruption could have stopped some of that momentum. Hopefully that's not the case, and these two teams are able to get back to right where they started. With back and forth action and with goals. But once again, it's Galaxy Esports who are trying to be on the front foot, trying to get the first goal of the game. Funny Fat Man with a quick backflip to try to redirect it on target. Didn't quite have their card positioned to put it on target, but it was a good effort. Bonham touches it over to the side, and Sweaty's going to push it through the corner as well. Oh, Funny Fat Man was trying to latch onto that missed touch from the defender. Didn't quite find that right contact, or any contact for that matter. Little playing with it dangerously above their net. Sweaty is lurking and ready to push this towards the inside. Funny Fat Man's there with the shot, and it's going to roll just wide. Little has the pickup in the corner, gets a touch from the sidewall. He's going to let it roll through. Funny Fat Man with the pickup. Gonna have a quick turnaround and send it back the other way. Sweaty sending it downfield. Funny Fat Man off the corner towards the inside. And it's barely not going to be a quick enough run-in from Sweaty. Who has to get up to get this touch. Bonham doesn't make any contact to get a shot off. Oh, and Little gonna make it a dangerous situation for Bonham, as they're now 1v2. Funny Fat Man, can they get the touch? It's away from everybody. Nobody got that touch. Well, I hope you all were ready for some crazy action tonight, because I don't think we've had a crazier start to a series in a very long time. What's up, Bear? Hey, Bolts. All good about going AFK, no worries. Yes, a Tier 4 Division 14 matchup. For those of you who may not be aware of the IGL tier system, you can use !TIERS in the chat to get that full rank tier breakdown. But Tier 4, they're Diamond 3s and Diamond 2s in this, roughly, in this 2v2 circuit. They could have gone up. They also could have gone down because of the new rank season. So depending on what placements are at and everything, there could be a lot of fluctuation in what the current rank of these players are. We're going by their MMR. I'm sorry, TIERS. That's my bad, Chaos. I'm pretty sure I said TEIRS. But with more than a minute and a half remaining in this game, we're still at a stalemate between Galaxy Esports and Vehicular Manslaughter. Two players missing the ball, and a third one through Sweaty. It's going to be a close shot, but Sweaty is in the right position to stop the ball. They're going to have to get an important 50 at midfield as well. Funny Fat Man doesn't look like they have a lot of boost, but they're able to get a strong touch out wide. Bonham with the miss. Can Funny Fat Man roll it all the way through? They're going to have to go for the dunk on Little, and it's not enough. Going into the final minute of this game, it will be a stalemate. 0-0. It may only be one goal between both these teams after game number 1. We'll see if Fat Man shot can make it all the way through, and it does. Funny Fat Man reading this touch from Bonham. A bullet from midfield. It's too much for Little to handle. And 51 seconds left on the clock. We've got our first goal. We'll see what happens in these last couple of seconds. Do Vehicular Manslaughter have a response? Or Galaxy going to be able to choke them in their half for these last few plays and hang on to the 1-0 win? Little's going to chase it down in the corner. It's going to be tough. It's popping slightly off the wall. It's a good follow-through. It's over Funny Fat Man, who's in an awkward position at midfield. Bonham comes through, and the shot is going to be sent wide. I believe Funny Fat Man got a touch on that as Bonham was taking the shot. Drilling through to the front post. It's popped up. If Bonham can get to the end of this, they could get a shot away, but they won't. Funny Fat Man gets the push away. And Galaxy Esports, they led before we had a server crash. And they now lead at the end of game 1. Although they scored fewer goals, it was a tough, well-fought battle. And I expect to see this be the same situation all the way through. But Galaxy Esports, they came out on top in game number 1. Let's see. Warbear Vehicular has a chance in the series? Absolutely. Both in both of the games, I guess, if you want to call it that. If both in both of the games that we've played so far, Vehicular Manslaughter has only been ended those both being only down by 1. You know, they got a little bit unlucky that first time around when you know, they were starting to pick up some momentum. There was plenty of time to still find that find that extra goal. But then we had the server crash. They weren't that far off either. They had more shots than Galaxy as well. I believe there was only 1 more. But it was an overall very close game. It could have gone either way. And hopefully the rest of these games are gonna go that same direction, where it's just back and forth between the two teams. We're gonna have some highs, some lows. Hopefully we don't have a complete blowout. But this is a response that we need to see from Vehicular Manslaughter, taking advantage of Sweaty's missed kickoff 50 and rolling it into the back of the net. An early 1-goal lead. Nobody's ever going to say no to that. 2 seconds in, there's a lot of time for Galaxy to recover. There's also plenty of time for Vehicular Manslaughter to try to settle themselves in this game. So if a GC and a Diamond were to join IGL, what tier would it be? Assuming it was a Grand Champion 1, it would be tier 2. If that GC is great. So if you're talking about you and Firefly, you guys will probably be tier 2. But if you join with a GC2 and a Diamond, then you would be tier 1. Both of the blue players doing well to keep the ball away from their own net for the moment being. Try to exit this first minute without giving up 2 goals, although it'll be very close. But Funny Fat Man gets a touch, and it's past the flying into attacker, and they're gonna catch it and take it all the way downtown. Nice little improvised play from Funny Fat Man, and they're well rewarded for it. They're struggling a little bit to end out that first minute without giving up that second goal, as Vehicular Manslaughter looking to put on the pressure. But a good moment from Funny Fat Man means that it's now tied just barely after that first minute of gameplay. So he's going to send it across. Get Funny Fat Man coming for the second goal. They absolutely do score those, and Funny Fat Man, their second goal of game number 1, and I think that's my Bacchus mod that's that was causing the weird camera angles. I'll make sure they close that out. Well, I mentioned the response from Vehicular Manslaughter to losing that first game. Galaxy Esports, they've had an even better response to going down 0-1. Well, they might be giving it up here, but Funny Fat Man gets a great touch towards the outside. Little's going to try to have a shot on target. Bonham doesn't quite have the greatest positioning. They're going to get 50 by Sweaty. Funny is going to push it through. And a hat trick for Funny Fat Man. And they just continue to catch Vehicular Manslaughter out of their half, out of position. Bonham with a nice touch through the corner. Can't quite pick up possession, though. Little had the catch, and they're going to get 50 by Funny, who's going to improvise another touch! A backflip to push it towards the net, but Little is able to recover quickly enough and get it away from the goal. Little off the side post. Or, I'm sorry, off the side wall. They're going to take the shot, but it's blocked by Sweaty. Little trying to go up again. They 50 Sweaty, but Funny Fat Man is there. And it's goal number 4 for Funny Fat Man 1. Goal number 4 for Galaxy Esports. And this is an exciting moment if you're a Galaxy Esports fan. Because for Galaxy, this is their first #1 seed in their organization's history. Very exciting times at Galaxy Esports with Funny Fat Man 1 and Sweaty looking to make even more history happen by trying to do their best to earn a trophy in this circuit. As the #1 seed, they have one of the best routes to doing so, and this 5-1 game over Vehicular Manslaughter is going to be a definite statement game, as they had a close one with Vehicular Manslaughter, but in game number 2, they have just ran away with it. They have, they have exploited all of Vehicular's mistakes. And they show no signs of stopping for the rest of this game. They can continue to be as ruthless in game number 3. This could be a sweep for Galaxy Esports. When I realized that I put it as a Vehicular Manslaughter win, that's my bad. On the scoreboard. Sweaty, the catch, but Little does very well to retreat, get in between Sweaty and the ball, make it difficult to make a play. The good plays have to keep on coming, though. Can't let up for even a second in the playoffs, or else you risk losing your entire season. And as much as I hate to say it, one mistake could cost you your season when it comes to playoff time. Funny Fat Man with a great touch to push it away from their goal line. They've managed to send it all the way into the orange half. Little on the retreat, though. Not fast enough for Sweaty, though. He was able to come back. They're going to pick up possession, send it towards the middle, and that is going to spell the end of game number 2. For Galaxy Esports, they are going to be on match point. Vehicular, this was not the game that they wanted to have after game number 1. They did very well to get that 2-second goal. But from there on out, it was Galaxy Esports capitalizing on mistakes, putting shots on target, getting a couple good saves to keep the scoreline low, keep it out of reach for Vehicular in the later stages. And this was a #1 seed showing from Galaxy Esports. We'll see if they can keep it up, though, as there's still plenty of Rocket League left to be played. And with Vehicular as your number 16 seed, they have something to prove. They want to come out and create the largest upset they could possibly have in this division. Alrighty, so we've got game number 3 between Galaxy Esports and Vehicular Manslaughter. Oh my, I'm just all over the place with this scoreboard. So now we've got the correct scoreboard up. And a Funny Fat Man, they're going to score another one. Good air dribble downfield, and either Little nor Bonham able to get touches to take it away from the danger area. And 17 seconds in, Galaxy Esports have given themselves a lead. They might be able to give themselves a 2-goal lead. Sweaty hasn't had many goals this series, but that could be the pick of the crop from all of Galaxy's goals as they pushed it top corner. 21 seconds into this match, I believe Funny Fat Man had a similar goal before the server crash. But Sweaty's is even more important, as, knock on wood, this match is actually going to count. Sweaty going to get Goomba'd by little as they try to challenge that play. Bonham carries it to the side. Hits it towards the infield, but Funny Fat Man is lurking. And Little did not know where they were coming from. Didn't see the attacker, most likely. And, oh, please don't give me more errors, please. But a 3-0 lead within the first minute for Galaxy Esports. It is a fantastic start from them, and this is more of what some people expected from Galaxy coming into this game. Number 1 versus number 16 seed. You say, okay, well let's look at the records. Let's see how they actually did. Well, a 5-1 team versus a 2-4 team. It's quite the difference. And Little not being able to put that shot on target when it was very open is not going to help their case at all. Bonham through the corner to the sidewall. Bonham with the demo. Funny Fat Man takes or sent back to their corner. They're going to try to get to the end of this, but Little's going to be there first. Off the back wall. Funny to the corner. Plenty of time for Vehicular. Man, so just steal a goal away. And that is going to be a great moment for Bonham. Hits it to the corner and catches Sweaty being lazy on defense. Can't get that touch, and it's an easy goal for Bonham. Less than 3 minutes left on the clock. But it's still going to be plenty of time for Vehicular to find 2 more. And Funny Fat Man just continues their goal-scoring spree. As I'll be honest, I thought Funny Fat Man was going to turn away from that and Bonham was going to turn and get the touch away. I don't know why, but that's what I was expecting to happen. And then when Bonham didn't go, and Funny Fat Man just had a fairly easy slot, as long as they put it inside of that front post. I was not really ready for that play to happen. But it does lead to Galaxy Esports' 4th goal. Oh, Sweaty, that's not the touch that you need. Bonham was staying close. Funny Fat Man with the cut to the and a touch to the inside, but it's not great. It's a tap down from Sweaty. Can Bonham continue putting pressure? They're going to need to, as less than 2 minutes left. They need 3 goals. They've got to be aggressive in this final moment. And if they give up a goal, oh well. But giving up a goal when they can't even really get that far into the opponent's half, that is not going to be as helpful at all. And Galaxy Esports, they look like they are going to take this game and they are going to take the series. And the whiff from Bonham allows Funny Fat Man to come through once again. And it's now a 6-1 game. Can Galaxy Esports get the Brazil? Oh, Warberry couldn't have had worse timing. But I agree. Vehicular has been a little bit too timid. They've not been aggressive really at all. It's been light touches, there's been hesitations, there's been pretty much everything except consistent goals in the back of the net. Sweaty tries to get it through one, is going to go for the flick, but it's not past the second. Both of their players were up. Bonham trying to just get it mid however they can. So he's going to catch it. Flick it off the ceiling to mid. Tries to go for a follow-up. Bonham is awkward. Funny Fat Man trying to get the block, but it's pushed away by Bonham. And the... I'm sorry. It's pushed away by Little, I believe. And Bonham was the one latching onto the end of it, but they weren't able to put the shot towards the net. Bonham the flick downfield, but this is going to confirm the end of the road for vehicular manslaughter. Galaxy Esports is a complete sweep with Funny Fat Man putting up 5 goals from 8 shots, 915 points from Galaxy, or for Funny Fat Man of Galaxy Esports. And history continues to be made for this team, as not only are they the first #1 seed in the org's history, but they are also moving on to the quarterfinals. Actually, I do have that bracket open, so we'll see if we can take a quick peek at it before we have to get ready for our next match. This one. Oh, that's why I don't have it showing. All right, so okay, we could see that for sure. But here's what this bracket looks like. Galaxy Esports and Vehicular Manslaughter that first game, won in the 16th seed. Galaxy Esports, as we just saw, took that series, so they are going to go up against the winners of Ronin and TC Wardens. Now, we don't know who won that match just yet, but throughout the week, these brackets that are on challenge.com will be updated with up-to-date results. I'm not sure that we've seen too many other teams in this bracket. I think we might have seen OK once. I've definitely heard about S17A, the OGs, and the Michael Scott Paper Company. I'm not sure if we had either of those on stream. Oh, Odorant Doom Metuan. We definitely had them. Oh, and Couch Potatoes. Okay, we do have a couple of teams we recognize. I just had to read over it a couple times to remember these names. But GG's to Galaxy Esports, GG's to Vehicular Manslaughter for the matchup, for putting up a good series. Again, it's unfortunate that we had the server completely crash, but it is what it is. All right, so we have got to quickly get ready for the next match. Don't tell me maybe I did. I did. Alright, gotta open up the IGL website once again. Whoops. Is the match still at 9 p.m. EST or is there a delay? Um, it's still scheduled for 9 p.m. EST. I'll be honest, I'll probably just be a couple minutes behind because I want to make sure that we get all the overlays ready. And I'll need to make sure that we send out that lobby info and create a new lobby and everything. So it might just be a couple moments or a couple minutes, but we'll get it going as soon as we can. All right. Thanks for the cast, Aosh. You're very welcome, funny fat man. It was great to see you around the circuits again. It had been a while since I'd kind of seen you around with like casting and playing and all that. So nice to see you back in the groove of things and back in the back with IGL. And my team hasn't been great about getting matches streamed. So I think we've played maybe one match on stream, maybe two with like somebody in house doing it. But I definitely want to get you back for my team. I like me and Moose just we just had we had a great time listening to you cast. So I'd love to have you back behind the mic for one of my matches again soon. Yes, Chaos, you will need to do some grinding for next circuit, because yeah, with Farfly you'll most likely be playing tier 2. What tier are the next couple of games? That's a good question, and I can find that out for you, Fizzy. Let's see. This next one is going to be tier 3 division 11, so one tier up from the one that we just had. Your tier 3s are your champ... I'm sorry, there's like something in my eye. Your champ 1s and your champ 2s. And then, let's see. Copy this over as well. The final match will be Pimp My Rocket League Ride Esports Pink versus 777 Crimson, and that match is going to be tier 4 division 5. So Diamond 3 and Diamond 2, just like the this previous one. All right, so I'll throw these up for you. We've got On Brown Clouds and Equality playing up next. This match will be getting started in just a few moments, but I also want to show you all the rosters and the stats so you all have an opportunity to take a look at them while I get everything else ready to go. That's done. That. And I can close that. Oh, there we go. What did I say this was going to be? Div 11. And I'm deforesting in Minecraft the California way. I know exactly what you're talking about. All right, I think it's all ready to go. What do you mean, what, Chaos? I know what you mean. I'm from I'm originally from California, and if you didn't know that. How am I doing it then? A forest fire. That's a wildfire, a forest fire. It's the natural way. You're letting nature do the work for you. Is how I like to put it. Okay. Let's get the lobby info to both of these captains, and then we'll be ready to go, finally. Make sure that info's accurate. Yes, sir. Yep. I knew it. Too easy. Give me another one. But for real, we've got on Brown Clouds and we've got Equality. These two teams. Very different seasons. On Brown Clouds, 5-1. Equality, they're 3-3. And unlike the last two teams, the stats are kind of showing that difference. On Brown Clouds, they're averaging 3.3 almost 3.5 goals per game. That's very impressive for a 2v2 team. Equality, they're coming in around 1.82, maybe 2 goals per game. I only say maybe because I haven't looked at their schedule yet, but if there's a forfeit win, then those aggregate stats at the very top, those can get shifted a little bit because they've taken games that weren't played, and so it's like, oh, you played a game, but you have zeros in the stats, so we're going to take that in. And that's not entirely accurate. So, non-brown clouds, it says 3.1, but really it's closer to 3.5 because we just tally up the two of them. It's hard to tell with equality because all three of their players have played. But what it does tell us is that they do have that sub option. Not sure if they're even here tonight or who is going to be starting. But there is always that substitute option available for this team if they decide that they need it. We've got one team in already, and I believe it's on Brown Clouds that has made it in. And let me check my DMs. Okay. And then I believe we're just waiting on equality. But again, sorry for the delay. For those of you who are just joining us, we had a technical difficulty with our previous series, so the series took a little bit longer than I was expecting it to. There were also tons of goals scored in it, but that's besides the point. The main issue was that we had a technical difficulty. That also works for Tennessee. I was not aware of that, but that's good to know. I've got a friend who's from Tennessee, so I'll have to ask him if that's how that is right now. Maple's the machine. Well, I hope that we can see it on the pitch, because these two teams, they are ready to go. Oh, whoops. I was trying to say good luck to both of the teams, but here we are. We've got on Brown Clouds, and we have equality, our second IGL Summer 2021 round of 16 matchup of the night. On paper, on Brown Clouds is going to be the favorite. Both their 5-1 record and their superior stats to equality, but you can never count these teams out. Sometimes they turn it on when they're the underdogs. And with the substitutions coming in, it's possible that, that those substitutions have swayed those results one way or the other. But oh, for Maple, that is not the way you want to start out this series. Maple is a machine, but Maple is just giving up the first goal of this series. King Luke going to get credit for that goal as they send it from midfield. Maple cuts inside. And unfortunately, the cut isn't sharp enough and turns into their own goal. On Brown Clouds, up 1-0 through a pretty lucky scenario. We'll see if they can take full advantage of it and close out this game. King Luke beating almost both defenders to the ball. They're going to get a couple of different checks on... how do you pronounce it? I can't see that. I need to bring up this overlay again. But either way, Asham is going to make it 2-0. The initial challenge from the equality defender was not that great of a challenge. They completely whiffed the ball. And it is 2-0 for On Brown Clouds. But it's a... Ice-reception? Ice-reception is, I guess, how you pronounce that. I'm just gonna call you Istro for short, if that's cool. We commentators, we hate these humongous words that we have to say all the time. Oh, and ice reception, making sure that they didn't get caught by the same thing that Maple did just a moment ago. And oh, the shot makes it under the bar from King Luke. Asham, it's a good 50. They thought about going for it again, but they left it. They realized that they did not have the ideal position to be challenging that. And that King Luke was going to come in and just slam it home. Look at that. We got a real fancy lad on the pitch right now. Who is that? Is that Asham? The cotton candy use is getting me, man. I was trying to figure out what that weird sound was, and I guess the cotton candy boost sounds like a ghost or something? But Asham, the suit and tie and the white top hat. Looking very clean, very professional for this special occasion. They make sure that if they win, they do it in style, and that if they lose, they also do that in pure style. But what's not going to be so stylish is Equality giving up that 4th goal. But for Asham, it will be stylish, as it is yet another goal for them that's been put into the back of the orange net. It's a strong showing from On Brown Clouds. And with 2 minutes remaining, they have a 4-0 lead, and they could look to capitalize and continue to run up the score. Asham gets their hat-trick. King Luke already on a brace. And if they have a chance for a 5th goal, they will take it. And I'm sure if they have a chance for a 6th goal, they will also try to take advantage of that. We'll see how it goes, though. Throughout the regular season, we've seen plenty of times these teams get blown out game number 1, but then it's just a warm-up game, or they figured out what was going wrong. And in games, and really the rest of the games, they're able to hold their own. They're able to make it close games, or even take games or the whole series. So I'm always hesitant whenever it is a blowout game number 1. Because it's usually not indicative of the rest of the series. But on Brown Clouds, they're going to try to prove me wrong, and I would love to be wrong. As Asham makes it a 4th goal against Ice Reception and Maple Syrup. It's not been the greatest start, but hopefully they can get some sort of consolation goal, some sort of feel-good factor, and get some momentum going for this next game. Not a whole lot of time to make that happen. But, oh, the defensive errors from Equality are going to cost them yet another one. Maple Syrup does well to shadow that first defender. I like that decision, given how tight the angle was. And that it didn't look like there's going to be a strong upwards shot going onto the target. But the backflip to push them off of that front post was really what did them in. And the blue side looking for number 8. Aisha's not able to get the touch. Maple has to cut, pushes it to the corner. King Luke turns quickly, and they're there first. Aisha to the side. Asham, the follow-up, the touch off the backboard. King Luke and Asham just trying to keep the ball in the orange half, do as much as they can to avoid Equality getting a goal. That demo is certainly going to help them out a little bit in that regard. Maple, good 50 on Luke. I show the touch, the flip towards net, but it's not enough on Brown Clouds. 7-0 against Equality, and a shutout is really the only thing you can have better than a Brazil. A 7-goal shutout for On Brown Clouds. And we'll see if this game is just a fluke or if On Brown Clouds are the real deal. So it's important to stay hydrated, so make sure that you have a bottle of water or something next to you, because we could be in for a long series. You don't want to miss any moment of it, so if you're not going to do it now, doing it during the next intermission, like I do, drinking water while we wait for that countdown timer. Go get yourself a drink to stay hydrated, but On Brown Clouds and Equality, they're going up against each other in game number 2. On Brown Clouds took the first game 7-0. They're going to look to get on the front foot again, but for Equality, they've just got to have a better game than game number 1. They really don't need to win game number 2. They still have one last chance. But I think it's important that they just play better than they did in that first game. Show some sort of improvement, show some sort of adjustment on their part. They can't try to change everything all at once. If they can take these changes in little increments, focus on one mistake, and then continue moving down the list until eventually they've won the series or figured out all the mistakes, I think that'll be the best course of action for them. Asham over Istro and tries to follow it through. They're not going to get a touch on the ball, but they will get a big follow on their opponent, bumping Maple Syrup out of the way. It looked like Maple might have had the touch. It's hard to tell. But either way, it was a good play from Asham. And with a minute, almost 20 seconds off the clock, a Brown Clouds lead by 1. Can they try to lead by 2? Maple Syrup rocking the champion rewards decal from season 3. It's a good touch from Maple and a good follow-up as well, putting it into an awkward place in the net for Ashton to try to get a read on, and for their teammate to try to create a save earlier on. Close second opportunity for Maple, but Aisho has to go all the way back. Asham downfield, Aisho pushes it forward to the midfield. Luke with the stop. Luke with the flip forward. Gonna follow this one through. It's going off the... Oh, what the heck? I saw somebody get bumped, but I wasn't quite expecting it. I don't really even know who bumped each other, who bumped who. Luke, I like the idea to get above the ball and try to tap it down to midfield for your teammate to get to. Couldn't quite get the execution perfect on it, but I like the idea. And King Luke executes that retreat to perfection. And even get a bump on ice reception. But Aisha's still going to be there first. King Luke to the side. Booted downfield by Asham. Maple from the side to the center. Asham's there quick. Can King Luke be there faster than Aisho? And Aisho's going to backflip. It looked like Aisho might have had the beat. But unfortunately, they backflip. Completely lose everything that they'd worked up to that point for. Oh, Luke's trying to get that touch. Put a shot towards net. Doesn't quite happen. Luke sends it over Aisho, and Maple has to be careful here. They allowed King Luke to take the shot. They better get that save. Maple sends it under one. Can they get it around a second? They cannot. Asham whiffs the ball, and Maple Syrup gonna take possession downfield. King Luke trying to push it all the way through. Very close. The cut inside to the back post. And King Luke may have found the go-ahead, or I'm sorry, they may have found the winner from probably the tightest angle. Excuse me. From probably the tightest angle you will see all night long. And King Luke is going to make sure that they add to that tally. Aisho gets beat in front of their net by King Luke, and although the ball bounced a couple times off the wood frame, it still rolled in, and on Brown Clouds up by 2. It's a 3-1 scoreline for the moment. Can they make it 4? They send it towards the net, but Aisho's there first. Maple the turn to the corner. Ashram has to get back. And what's up, Taggy? Coming in with the rate of 1. Glad to see ya. I hope you had a good stream. You're just in time to see the end of game number 2 and watch us start game number 3 on Brown Clouds. They're up by 1, and they're going to be up by 2 games once this clock hits 0. They're going to be in search of 1 more once this game ends. I got all of myself. Hey, you know what? You know what, Tiger? I will show you what happens when you raid, because it's not about how many people you bring in. What matters is that you get your name down here on the latest raid. Here at the bottom of the screen. Technically, it's for hosts, but there are very few people who like only host me, so it usually ends up working out anyways. But with a raid comes a host, not necessarily with a host comes a raid. I guess, if that makes any sense. But you get your name down there, so that's really all that matters. It doesn't matter how many people you bring with you. It was a short and sweet one. As long as it was quality and you had fun, that's what's important. What's up, Wavy? I'm struggling to find a 26 by 26 or 56 by 56 image. I would host you, but you're never streaming when I am. Well, this week I'll be streaming a lot more because I do not have any school or internships this week, so you're struggling to find a 26 by 26 or 56 by 56 image. Can I ask what for? I don't know if that'll even help me, but oh, Equality is a new Radiance team. Ah, gotcha. I was not aware of that. I saw that you all got a new team. You picked up a roster that was not Radiance before. Is this another one, or is this another one, or is this the same one just under a different name for the 2 circuit? You need a channel points image. Well, one thing that you can do is in Google, you can actually specify when you're looking for images. If you click on the images tab, you can actually specify what size of an image you want. I forget if you have to tap, like, put in the search bar. or something like that, or if there's an actual option for it. But Google has a way that you can search based on image size. Ah, it's another one. Good to know. Good to know. That one's Aqua. This should be Lime next season. Awesome. Well, I'll be looking out for both those teams next circuit then. Because Aqua was the one that I saw the announcement for. I don't know if they did an announcement for Lime, and if they did, I missed it. But oh, I need to update the scoreboard. We got a little distracted there. But on Brown Clouds, they're leading by 2 so far. Equality who recently migrated to Radiance Esports. They're able to hold them off for now. We'll see if they can make something happen out of it. Obviously, the shutout's no good if you're not scoring any goals. And unfortunately, one of these teams does need to score goals. We can't go stalemate the entire time. Spreading the Radiance. I like it. Radiance is a good thing to spread. It's a great group of people over there. Wasn't announced yet? Okay, cool. I didn't miss it. But for Equality, they now need the reverse sweep. This match has gone by so fast. But we're already more than halfway done. And we don't have another goal yet. Maple Syrup trying to change that. But there's no goal yet. One goal for Equality could be the difference maker in this series. As that was a close attempt from Equality from a very tight angle. Maple needs to turn around on this quickly, especially as Ashram got bumped into the ball and took that shot a little bit quicker than they were expecting. Aisho, the downfield boot! And Equality is going to make it a 1-0 game. They're going to look to try to make their new Radiance family proud. I'm sure Radiance will be proud of them no matter how they do tonight. But they're trying to pay back that faith and bring out a reverse sweep. King Luke going for the double off the backboard. But Asham is there for the follow-up as there was no one there to clean up on the defense. Istro had gone up for it. Maple Syrup caught all the way on the opposite side of the pitch. Quick transition for on Brown Clouds. And they've tied this game up. Do they have enough in the tank in game number 3 to find the go-ahead goal? Or will Equality be able to muscle them out for the first game? We've got just over a minute until we have a confirmed answer on that question. And Will W. Clark and Quick, both of you, thank you for the follows. Maple Syrup, the pop-up, the air dribble. They're trying to tap it down, and Istro was looking to see what was going to happen. They're a little too far away from the play, so they weren't able to get there. Oh, I'm sorry, they were a little bit too close. So the ball went over them. But either way, the positioning not quite there. But they've got to clean it up because this next goal is going to be so important. If it's in regulation, there is not a lot of time for the team that goes down to come back. And if it's an overtime goal, there is no time to come back. You are done with this game if you give up that goal. And if you are Equality, you give up one goal, you are in deep trouble. So they need to make sure that they're going to find the next one. King Luke sends the shot high. Ashram going to turn quickly off the backboard, and they're going to get blocked. King Luke, the shot! Istro with the goal line save. Ashram going to try to follow it through. Istro, the carry. They're not going to be able to keep it above ground. And it's going to be 1 2-1 on Brown Clouds versus Equality. Equality, they're trying to go for the reverse sweep on Brown Clouds. They're on match point, looking to clean up shop and get this series over with so they can start focusing on the quarterfinals. And after this match, we'll take a look at the bracket for this division. King Luke, it's a good turn to send Ice Reception deep, but Aisha's gonna get a bump on King Luke, and Maple Syrup is going to be there for the finish. Equality avoids the sweep, and we will have game number 4.
And it's back to the garage.
King Luke getting bumped there was the best thing that could have happened to that Equality team in those final moments. Brown Clouds had almost double the shots that Equality had. But Equality put up some great saves, 8 of them to be precise. And they managed to hang on long enough to find that second goal, even though they had the lead and gave it up earlier. It's a great game from them. They've got to take this momentum, carry it forward, and improve on the next game. And absolutely taggy, it is reverse sweep time for Equality. But do on Brown Clouds have something to say about it? Well, if you're asking me what I was studying, because I am a college student, I study cybersecurity at Maryville University with a minor in application development. So if any of you, if any of that piques anybody's interest, come and talk to me on Discord or in Twitch chat. And where are the announcements? I've seen all the announcements on Twitter. This is where I get most of my IGL news from, is from Twitter, to be completely honest with you. But an announcement I didn't get from Twitter was that On Brown Clouds have scored the first goal of game number 4. They're looking to end this game, or end this series as quickly as they can. They don't want to go into game number 5, give Equality even bigger hopes of coming back. King Luke, dangerous touch towards the middle, and they can't get back to ground and back up quick enough. Istro, oh my. Istro takes advantage. And in the first 16 seconds, we've got goals for either team. And it's all tied up. Asham, touch to the inside, saved by Maple Syrup. Stood their ground. Maple needs to make a good position here. They're going to go for boosts. Isham doesn't get this touch. Asham to the front post. And defensive errors punished. Yeah, Asham should have had that touch there. And I don't think I like that Maple showed the trust in their teammate that they would go get that, but I still think that they have to play the safe option and cover the net. They didn't need boost in that occasion. Even if they had none, the ball was in a position where there wasn't really that much of a threat of a shot coming on. And so just having somebody stand at that front post cuts off a lot of the best angles to shoot from. Unfortunately for Equality, On Brown Clouds was able to find those openings. Now On Brown Clouds quickly got themselves back into the lead. They're going to look for a third, though. Sent downfield, Aisho is going to be catching this ball near the back wall. King Luke with the 50, and Maple getting it out to midfield. Asham and Aisho trying a 50. Aisho beats the blue player, and Maple sends it downfield. Aisho to the side. Aisho going for the ceiling shot. It got a little bit too far away from them. And Asham made a good intervention to make sure that they didn't get clipped on. Maple on transition, though. Tries to get a block on Asham. It doesn't happen. Asham beats Aisho. Maple has to be smart here. Trying to get the strong touch across, but it just turned into a 50, which also works in their favor, as Aisho was hanging out on the other side of the goal. But they've got to get a couple of these touches strung together. They can't keep giving these up, and oh my goodness, Taggy.
Trying this again. Did it work?
Yes, it absolutely did, and I hope that you enjoyed the GIF there, or GIF. I'm not going to argue about this right now, even though GIF is the correct answer. And King Luke, the big dunk on the goal line. What a dribble from King Luke, and what a chase down from Asham. Sent the orange defender with their head on a swivel, trying to watch the ball and find the person who's trying to take away their life. They did the best that they could do, but it was a brilliant heads-up play from On Brown Clouds. An ice reception. They're going to pull one back. More than 2 minutes left. They're still within an arm's reach of equalizing this game. But Taggy, again, that's very generous of you. And I'm glad that the stream elements was working this time the way that I intended. And I hope you and everybody else in the chat enjoyed the special GIF that you only get if you donate that exact amount. King Luke sending this one downfield. Can they get the dunk on Maple? They can't. Aisha and Maple going to go 2v1 with Asha, but a miscommunication on who's going to take the touch. And the ball's back deep in the orange half. Maple sends it there. Can they beat King Luke to the touch? They can, but King Luke gets the touch and the read to absolute perfection. Aisha to the corner. King Luke pushes it away. Asham going to catch it near the sidewall. Maple syrup to the inside. Aisha trying to get there, but King Luke beats them. King Luke, their hat trick has pulled On Brown Clouds into a 2-goal lead over Equality. And it is going to take some serious big guns from Equality to bring this game back. Got to give it everything they can. Aisho puts it to the back wall. Asham, not a convincing touch, but King Luke has been getting these power clearances, these power touches and shots all series long. And they have been a huge relief of pressure on the defense. Maple looking for a demo. Aisho sends it over King Luke. Can Maple come in from the angle? And they find it. 28 seconds left. Equality, they're looking like they really want this series. Can they find one more to close it out? On Brown Clouds, they are going to have to play some stalwart defense to make sure that they can close this series out in 4 games, or they risk going to Game 5 and reverse swept. King Luke was trying to find Asham, but they couldn't find each other. Couldn't make the connection. Aisho, 50 on Asham. King Luke is already back, touches it to the sidewall. 5 seconds left. Maple Syrup sending it downfield. Asham is already in front of the ball. In front of the goal. Can they keep the ball up? Asham is going to do their best to kill it. And despite Equality's best efforts, On Brown Clouds going to take the series. But the most exciting match in the series, game number 4, is really what separated these two teams. Just those few extra mistakes from equality. But on Brown Clouds, they come out on top. And they will move on to the round of 16. We do have another match scheduled to start in 2 minutes. And it'll realistically be a couple more than that. But we will find... I'm going to find the bracket for this division real quick. And so we can see what's in store. Excuse me. What's in store next for On Brown Clouds? If I can find... Oh, that's not it. That's... Aha! Well, that's not what I quite want that window to do. No, that's not the app I want either. Aha! Fix my camera real quick in that, in that scene as well. And there we go. So, this is Division 11 of US East 2v2s. And right here in the middle, you have On Brown Clouds and Equality. Leader of this is going to go up against Cleanup Crew and the winner of Cleanup Crew and Reciprocal. And if a team makes it past this stage, they are guaranteed 2 more matches at semifinals and either the grand finals or the bronze match. And then Brisk, Watermelon Lemonade, Team Vanguard, Redacted, and the Provoked Oogways. That is a team that we for sure have seen on stream this season. They might be waiting in that semifinal spot. So it's a tough road to the grand finals. But On Brown Clouds, they looked pretty good tonight. I'm sure that they'll be confident that they can push their way through. Am I busy Saturday? Saturday's weird for me. My girlfriend's family is coming to town, and I honestly don't know what our schedule is yet. So, if you want me to cast one of your matches, DM me the time. Because I'll try to figure out what's happening, and depending on like when we're doing things, I might be able to get you all in. It might also depend on when my IGL match is as well. We made playoffs somehow, so I have to make sure that I prioritize that as well. Just this weekend happens to be particularly busy, but for sure, DM me your schedule, the match info. Central time is where I'm at. All right, so some of you, thank you. I appreciate that. We kind of got lucky because there were 24 teams when our bracket started, or when the division, like when the circuit started, and now we're down to 15. So with a 2-4 record, we managed to get 11th. I'm not exactly complaining, but it was kind of weird. But for those of you who are here for our 777 Crimson and our Pimp My Rocket League Ride Esports Pink match. Taggy, did your team make playoffs, by the way? But if you're here for that match, we'll be getting that started in just a couple seconds. We had some slight delays earlier in the stream, so we're a little bit backed up. We're trying to catch up, but we'll be ready in just a couple moments. Gotta make sure that I give all the teams their fair share of the overlays and the nice graphics. I know BTK Gilly expects nothing less from me. So gotta make sure that he keeps me accountable. Oh, I'm sorry. Pimp My Rocket League Ride Esports purple, not pink, purple. The graphic kind of I'm not good with colors, clearly. For some reason I was thinking that was pink, and when I look back at it again, I'm like, why was I ever thinking that was pink? But it is purple. We went 5-1, number 5 seed. Woo! Glad to hear it. Why did I ask that? You were asking me about the game. Of course you guys made playoffs if you're asking me for a game. I'm stupid. But again, congratulations. Is it going to be a diamond game? It is going to be a diamond game. Diamond 3 and 2, division tier 4 2v2s. But it is playoffs, so we're getting the best of the best from each division. Oh, whoops. Ah. And 0 Point Fusion, thank you for the follow. Glad to see you here. Yeah. I'll say it one more time. We've been running a little bit behind tonight because of some technical difficulties earlier in the stream, so just working to make sure everything's all ready to go before we get started. There might just be a couple additional minutes delay. Just making sure it is our PMR LR team. Yep. As long as you are PMR LR purple, then you're in the right spot. And if you're not purple, I hope you're here to support them. %100% win percentage. Absolutely, Gilly. You're talking about 6-mans, right? Talking about that that EV 6-mans win percentage. Give me my role for 6-man of the month. Hey, you gotta play more games than that. I've played 20 something games this season or this month. So it's all based on your game differential, not based on your win percentage. So I'm at like plus, I don't know, 14 maybe at this point, plus 14. So I'm certainly gonna be pushing hard to try to be top dog. Because top 3 at the end of the month get the 6-man's roll, the 6-man's of the month roll. I believe the top player gets like a small gift or something EV branded. Apparently, this past month, the winner got like an EV nightlight, which is kind of cool. I've never seen a picture of it. A very niche gift at that, but I guess something unique is what is a good way to get the people to play 6-mans. I'll catch up. Hey, still got half the month left. You play your games, you do well in them. You got it. Yeah, we're starting to bring in more people for it too. Chaos, who's in the chat a good amount of time, he just recently got into. So we're starting to get some more even playing field throughout all the ranks. So a couple more lower lower than champ players coming in. So should be more opportunities for those players to try to get some points and move up the ladder. All right. So I'll throw this up real quick. Our next match in case you missed it. Pimp My Rocket League Ride Esports Purple versus 777 Crimson. Two good size IGL orgs going at it tonight in a tier 4 2v2 matchup. And here are the rosters, and those of you who are regulars to the stream will recognize this 777 Crimson side. And alrighty, let me change the stream title as well. Where'd it go? Gotta make sure that we get the right team so everybody knows what exactly they're here for. Alright, that should be good. Oh, creating the lobby would be important, I guess. Oh, wait, you guys are west, aren't you? My bad. Double check my facts there. Yes, this is a west matchup. I think I might have said east earlier, but it is west. So that's on me. Oops. And oh, who's the other person? Oh, I know. I know Gilly is. Okay, Flonky. There you are. Awesome. All right, so we've got the lobby made. I just sent out the lobby info to both the teams. And I'm glad to have you all here tonight. We've made it. We started off a little rough, had a lobby completely crash in game number 1 of our first match. But we've been clawing our way back. We've made it all the way through, and we're on to our third and final match of the night. Pimp My Rocket League Ride Esports Purple had a couple of their teams on throughout the season, but I believe this is the first time that we've had these particular players on the stream and this particular team as well. And for 777 Crimson, we saw them last week. BTK Gilly making their return to the stream after a long hiatus. And they took a dub in their final league match, which set them up perfectly for a matchup against PMRLR Purple. Once we get both of these teams in here, we will get ourselves into the lobby. But until then, we can talk a little bit about the stats. 0 Point Fusion hasn't played at all this search. But my insider knowledge tells me that they are going to be starting this matchup. Baby Yoda decided to sit out this first game. And so it is Blue Man 1920 and 0 Point Fusion starting off game number 1. We're just waiting for them to get into the lobby, and I'll make sure that nothing's gone wrong. Now for 777, Karate Stars had their chance to shine this week, but it looks like Butters, BTK Gilly are going to be getting the start tonight. They started last week when we had. They're going to be trying to do it twice in a row this week. And for 777, their assists per game was below 1. But they came out with a huge series last week, and they were able to bump that up above 1. It's still a huge percentage of their goals that are assisted. But they find that fair balance, and they find it works for them. Now for Pimp My Rocket League Ride, roughly a third get assisted. From the looks of it, even scoring upwards of roughly 4 goals per game. I'm sure, and there might be some forfeit games in there that are kind of screwing up those stats. 4 goals per game is what it looks like. 2 assists per game, so closer to half actually. And 2 saves per game, not too bad. So, let's see. We have... Alright, it looks like... okay, cool. So, 0 Point was just waiting on me to get the okay to join the lobby. Perfect to join whenever. And we've got them in, so we can finally get match started. So let me tell the teams that they're good to join. And we'll send it to Champions Field for Pimp My Rocket League Ride versus 7. Purple versus Crimson. Clock game number 1 has started. And the kickoff goes greatly in favor of 777. Now I know Gilly is probably warmed up as I was playing some Escape Velocity 6-mans with him just not that long ago, right before I got started. And so they've been playing at mostly champs in that lobby. And Gilly seems to have learned a thing or two. I've seen him pull many times before. I saw him pull it off earlier in 6-mans and off again here to get the series started for us. 777 Crimson up 1 within the first 30 seconds. Mooman takes it to the corner, but Butters is going to be demoed to block it and keep it on the on the blue side. Point Fusion, a good little twist there on their touch. I have a free shot on net. Butters is able to recover quickly enough. Mooman going to go on the retreat angle. Not quite in my favor. Might be a little bit tough. Don't want to get a bad touch. Butters waiting for the ball. Jumps once and couldn't quite get a foul touch. 0 Point to Mooman, who sends it towards the backboard. 0 Point Fusion to the left-hand side of the field. Mooman lurking, waiting for a defensive error to happen. And Gilly, they combine. Did a good touch out to the midfield. Gilly and Butters both on the retrieve. I think Gilly in it for Butters because they had a little bit more momentum, a little bit better positioning to get behind. Maybe a slight miscommunication there from them. Mooman, the touch in front of the orange net. 0 Point Fusion goes back a little bit too far. Gilly pushes the corner. It pops up towards the middle. One player is up. Mooman gets the touch to the side. Can they beat Butters? Butters is going to turn around. Mooman of the ball. Not a lot of boost, so they can't quite get the flick. It did go on target and to force Gilly into a save. And Gilly's going to go for the back touch towards Butters. To the back line, has to turn around. Can they get behind the ball? The shot is going. So 0 Point Fusion has a small amount of time to pick up that ball. They couldn't quite get it out and away. Gilly tries to squeeze it through, but Moonman stays strong. Gilly's going to go once again. Hoping, for the ceiling shot of a lifetime. But the ball just didn't go high enough for it to be successful. Long interception from 0 Point Fusion. They're going to put it off the back wall for a teammate. Are they coming through? They are. Initially wide and stopped by Gilly, but Mooman off to the back pass and 0 Point Fusion just a little bit far, and it will cost them as Butter comes through with plenty of speed, able to yoink it from Mooman, and 0 Point Fusion gets caught out. First, they were too far back that the back pass wasn't an option, and then they, not really through any additional fault of their own, but they were caught too far forward. Bird making the late come up. Gilly, oh man, looking for that tap towards midfield. It would have been a great play, but Mooman is going to send one downfield, and on the counter, they're going to steal one away from T7 Crimson. Butters made the rotation, just barely couldn't cut in quick enough. I don't think they thought that shot was going to be as strong as it was. Gilly to the backboard, the shot going to roll through to the goal. Patient catch from Gilly, puts it off the backboard and gets the touch behind Mooman. It's very close. Very close. This Mooman almost had that save, but as we know, Rocket League at the highest levels and in crucial moments like this, they're decided by the smallest of margins. Millimeters away on a save, a shot being narrowly off target. Two players pathing, almost being exactly the same, that they bump into each other. The strictest of margins are enforced to make sure that we can actually separate these two teams at the end of 5 minutes, or at the end of a seemingly unending overtime. And unfortunately, that's how it is sometimes. But Butters, no real fine margins there on their shot, as they found the open space of the net, just how to put it on target. And maybe, like, not right down the center and low to the ground, and they would have had a goal. But as the announcer said, 30 seconds left. T7 Crimson a healthy lead over Pimpin' My Rocket League Ride Purple. They're going to go for a second goal, but Gilly makes a great cut on Butters, who's kind of stuck awkwardly in the net. Gilly doesn't have a follow, but the initial save and clearance is going to be enough. Butters, can they get one for good measure? They cannot, as the flick was successful initially, but no follow-up. And T7 Crimson going to take game number 1. Let's see if I can pull up the bracket for this division. So we can take a sneak peek at the context of this division. Aha, there we go. Alright, so we got 30 seconds. Let's roll it. Where's the scene? Where is the scene? There it is. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. This is the one I wanted. So down here, game number 6, you've got Pimp My Rocket League Ride, Esports Purple, and T7 Crimson. The winner of this game, in all likeliness, will have a date with the number 2 seed, Lil Drippers. But you can't quite completely write off Particle Accelerator, even though they're only the number 15 seed. Stranger things have happened. So they will have either the number 2 or the number 15 seed. Not exactly ideal positioning for them on this bracket, but it's the situation that they find themselves in. They've got to make the most of it. Other notable teams in this bracket: Dogwater Gaming RL coming in as the number 1 seed. The Hella Goodest Boys, because it's just such a cute name. Little Drippers, obviously, because they're the number 2 team. I'm not sure that we've had any of these other ones on stream. It doesn't look like it, but these teams, they're ready for this next match. So I'm going to hop in as a spectator real quick, and there we go. Aha! Now we got that view. I will update that scoreboard for everybody so we know that T7 Crimson took game number 1. And T7 Crimson, they're off to a fine start once again. They got the first opportunity. Gilly putting in a strong save. Looking to put it past Baby Yoda, who's come in as a sub for 0 Point Fusion. And immediately Baby Yoda makes an instant impact as they rocket that ball to the top left corner, beating both Gilly and Butters. And perhaps the introduction of 0 Point Fusion just wasn't the move for this series. Seems like for most of the season, the priority has always been to get Mooman and Baby Yoda on the pitch. So Mooman and Baby Yoda, they've got some work cut out for them. They've still got to make 3 games to end this series. Mooman, smart play to just wait for Gilly to run into them with the ball. Stop it before it even hits midfield. Gilly got up quick for that one, but the shot not convincing. They're gonna push it towards the side, and Mooman looks like they've got Butters beat. Butters tries going for the height advantage. He's quite able to pull it off. Beats Gilly with the beat past the second. Oh, they just see the quick control! And the quick control didn't come. But 777, they're still going to get a goal out of it, as Gilly did just enough to make it a difficult save for Moonman. I'm sorry, Mooman, not Moonman. Moo like a cow. Moo like a cow, man. And Mooman has the ball on their hood. Couldn't get the flick. Butters chases it down through the corner. Baby Yoda following it through. They are able to nudge it past BTK Gilly, who's going to take it to a dangerous position. Butters is able to cut it out and say, yeah, this ball's not going across our net. Way too dangerous for that to be happening. A bit of a double commit for 777 Crimson. But Mooman's initial touch doesn't find, or initial attempt doesn't find any contact. And Baby Yoda with the big flick to take the 1-goal advantage once again for Pimp My Rocket League Ride. The side flip not helping Butters on that occasion. But there's still plenty of time to bring it back. I don't know if Yoda went for the fake there, or if it was just a misflip. But either way, at the end of the play, Baby Yoda 07805 is going to have the goal that makes it a 2-goal lead for Pimp My Rocket League Ride Purple over 777 Crimson. And perhaps for 777, this is another adjusting period. They've now got to adapt to how Mooman and Baby Yoda play together. Because the dynamics between Mooman and 0 Point Fusion were very different than the dynamics we see here. A bit more faster play. I'm sorry. A little more pace behind the play. More of a sense of urgency, and definitely the clinical touches being found by this blue side in game number 2. past halfway in this match, and there's 3 goals that need to be found by 777 Crimson if they want to keep their hopes of a sweep alive. Gilly, the catch. We're going to take it up wall. Maybe push it a little bit too far, but Mooman doesn't get the touch. Gilly goes for the 50. Baby Yoda, smart with their touch, keeps it in the corner. Gilly's going to intercept. Try to keep the ball in this blue half for as long as they can. Try to find a goal out of it. They get it past 1. Nothing past a second defender, though. Yoda goes to ground. Goes for the lift. Butters is up, pushes it wide. Gilly's going to try to turn quickly and follow it. They're going to pay it up on their backboard instead, and it falls right to Baby Yoda. Goal number 5 for Pimp My Rocket League Ride Purple. Man, the touch towards the corner. I guess we're going to switch to their perspective now, even though I would have liked to see Yoda's as they were coming into the play. Oh, Gilly, able to mind game 1. They're able to flick it past the second player, but Butters' touch is not going to have enough power on it. Baby Yoda is going to get back and push it to midfield. Man, awkward position. It's over them. Are they going to be able to get the touch? I'll be honest with you, chat. I don't know how Mooman didn't save this. I like the idea of going for the pinch on the backboard. And quite frankly, I thought that they had it. But somehow, even though the player was coming from the left side of the ball, trying to push it right, got a pinch and was under the ball, the ball still managed to go off the post and then in basically next to the crossbar. I don't know. No comprendo. I can't tell you what happened there. But all I can tell you is that 777 Crimson got a second goal out of it. And it might be able to build some momentum out of it. Maybe maybe it's just a little bit of complacency, but alright, Chad, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know about that one either. Maybe just returning the favor? Crazy goal for crazy goal? I don't know. I've played this game for how many years now? Going on 5, I guess? Almost 5? Still couldn't tell you how those goals even happened. But either way, each team got a crazy goal. But it doesn't make all that much of a difference. Put my Rocket League Ride Purple. Gonna take this game 6-2. And the addition of Baby Yoda to the pitch seems to have worked a miracle for Purple. Or as 0 Point Fusion would like to put it, Yoda's cracked and carries us to Dubtown. It's basically the same. Works a miracle, cracked carries to Dubtown. It's the same. All right, Wavy, I'll check out Beyond Ranked once I'm done casting and streaming for the night. It was a pity goal. well, they gave it back to you, so an eye for an eye, I guess. Like, even though the game's over, if you scratch our back, we'll scratch yours still. So. All these console players taking forever to load into the lobbies. How dare they? I'm just kidding. I used to be a console player myself. So, totally understand the pain. But we've got game number 3. between Pimp My Rocket League Ride Esports Purple and 777 Crimson. Baby Yoda is going to have the first real pickup of the game. You're going to leave it for Moo Man, who's going to send it towards the middle. Billy. BTK Gilly got the touch. They're going to flick it over one. What can they do to get it past Baby Yoda? They're going to push it to the back wall. Baby Yoda, not the greatest touch. Gilly coming in. Everybody's whiffed it. Butters. Oh, it's going to go top corner. I thought that was going to hit the crossbar. At first, I thought Gilly was going to get that touch, but looking back at it, they're a little bit wide, and it would have been tough. Butter's going to push this one to the sidewall. Baby Yoda sending it opposite field, and Moo Man with the catch. The backwards flick, and it's going to be enough for an equalizer against 777 Crimson. Oh, Gilly lost a little bit of their momentum, and it meant that the read was just barely off. Close, but not enough. And these two teams are going to be tied at 1 apiece. And just like that, Butters has a response. Butters following it in the air and doesn't get the touch until the very last moment. And it catches Moo Man off guard. And T7, they're back in the lead. The kickoff win in Gilly's favor as they're able to pick up possession. And it's causing issues for the blue team at the moment. Butter just a pinch downfield. Gilly trying to get this one away, but it's stopped by the blue players on the rotation. Baby Yoda sends it to the middle. Butter's not. Oh, great touch! And Gilly's gonna be so unfortunate to bump that one towards their net. I think Gilly was just trying to. They just picked one way and was just trying to get out of the way. But unfortunately for them, it means that they've given up a goal. As it was an easy tap-in for the blue team. Gilly 1v1 with Moo Man. And background, Gilly has played in a couple IGL 1v1 circuits. And played in the West and East circuits during the, what is it? Say this is the summer. So in the spring. And they got first place in one of them. So not too shabby at all for Gilly. Comfortable in the 1v1 situations. I remember talking about that last week when we were looking at the number of assisted goals. When there weren't a whole lot, so I thought maybe Gilly and Butters, they'd like to go for the solo plays because they're comfortable with them. They know that they're capable of doing it. We've seen it in moments throughout this series. They haven't always had the best of results with it. Right now, they're tied with Pimp My Rocket League Ride Purple. And just some slightly stronger touches would do them some good. Gilly goes for the fake on the air dribble. Leaves it for Moo Man, who has to get the clearance away. Get a slight pinch up the wall, and it's enough to follow it through. Push off the back wall, and BTK Gilly gets a great touch. Butters has to read this through the corner. It's going to be difficult, but to get the touch past Baby Yoda. Moo Man comes in. Gilly, nice touch, high and wide. And it's enough for a follow-up as well on Baby Yoda. Moo Man, difficult position. They left the goal open while going for boost. And BTK Gilly takes complete advantage of it. Moo Man got complacent, went for the boost instead of the position or the challenge. and they got punished for it. A minute 30 left on the clock for PMRLL for PMRLR Purple. It's always a mouthful trying to say that name. I say it quickly as well. Butters cutting across as Gilly with the 50 on Baby Yoda. Mooman's gonna go for the shot, but it's sent high and wide. Butters following it, tries to get the lift, doesn't quite find it. Gilly caught behind it. Mooman, their touch goes to the corner, gonna try to go for the strong follow through, but Gilly stands their ground. Gilly has to get up for this as well, and they're able to beat Mooman. 30 seconds left on the clock. Baby Yoda's jump past the ball. Gilly has a quick turn. Is it enough for the goal? It is, as Butters comes in. Not quite sure whether Gilly was going to make it. And so for the insurance, they tap it in themselves. Baby Yoda, the 50 with Butters, and Butters is strong enough. Gilly doesn't find that touch. Butters cuts at the front post, is able to cut off most of the angles, denies a goal, and 777 Crimson, they're going to keep this back and forth momentum going. Take a game number 3, put themselves on match point, but they're going to have to hold on, because I expect PMRLR Purple to come back with a vengeance next game. All right, looks like we've got everybody back in. And are we going to get Mooman in? There we go. Just like to be sure, just like to be sure. So 777 Crimson, they are on match point after taking game number 3. But not without some serious opposition in the form of Pimp My Rocket League Ride Purple. Another 5 minutes. Decide whether they will be moving on to the quarterfinals, or whether they'll have to play out a game 5 against the blue team. Gilly's initial shot does roll wide, and Butters a good 50. Mooman 1v1 with Gilly, and Gilly times the challenge to perfection. Is able to get a middle for Butters. Oh, who's going to get the 50? It's off the ceiling, and Butters is going to put it in the blue goal. Mooman, the touch from Butters. I'm not even sure that Butters was expecting to get that touch. Is they're likely just trying to put a challenge on? But wow. Again, the finest of margins. The blue team narrowly didn't get the right touch, and narrowly Butters was able to pop it up onto the ceiling for a quick follow through on net. And Baby Yoda's gonna slot it to bring it back to 1-1 for PMRLR Purple and T7 Crimson. Well worked by Baby Yoda. And a good follow-up as well. Butters. Oh, Butters puts the shot high. It was an open, and they just didn't have the composure to bring the line to 2-1. They're gonna have to go and try and do it again. You might look back on this series if 777 they lose this game by 1, or even if they lose this game by 1, that's gonna be a critical moment right there. And Baby Yoda looking to punish, as that side car of theirs allows him to get under the ball quickly and get the lift up for the 2-1 for PMRLR. Baby Yoda, dangerous touch off the ceiling. Gilly wasn't able to get up quick enough. Baby Yoda, difficult position. Butters is takes the shot. And Triple and Crimson are right back in it. Butters makes up for their earlier mistakes in the wide open net, but they slam that ball in. 2 minutes off the clock, and it's 2 apiece between these two teams. Oh, gonna get demoed in the midfield. Oh, but they're gonna spawn on the perfect side. They have a beat on the second teammate as well for the blue team. Get Butters back inside. They don't have it. Good counter. Still gonna take advantage. Poor touches from Baby Yoda and from Moo Man. I didn't even realize Moo Man got that touch at the first time. But Gilly there to take advantage. 3-2. 7 Crimson. Butters looking for a 4th goal that could put them in a very strong position going into the final 2 minutes. Match. Gilly with the pop-up. Follow it through initially. Tries the double fake challenge. And Butters take it from Moo Man. Baby Yoda to Moo Man off the corner. And Gilly's going to downfield. Do they have enough pace? Doesn't look like it as Moo Man gets the first touch. Gets the second one to backward once again. That's a bump for the blue teammates. Moo Man, it's a horrible touch. Gilly's there, but Moo Man stays strong and is able to flick upwards, going for the bump. Butters has to get the tap down. It's a miss from Baby Yoda. Moo Man 50s it with Butters. Gilly waits. Moo Man gets bumped. Butters to Gilly. The redirect to the front post, and it's going to go off back wall. And Butters has turned all back. Probably ran out of boost, but pressures very quickly to eliminate Moo Man from the pitch. Gilly, the fake challenge, the pop-up corner. BTK Gilly with 2 goals. Butters with 2. PMRLR still with 2 goals. Themselves 2 behind with less than a minute and a half remaining. PMRLR has some serious work to do, and they've got to be clinical with their next 2 opportunities. And that is going to be one of them. Baby Yoda finding it from midfield. Reads it off the sidewall. Beats challenges without quite knowing exactly where that ball is going to come from. And they find their lead cut down to 1. But there's a minute remaining. That's all they have to do to hold a passing play from PMRLR. 2 quick fire from Baby Yoda and Moo Man. And what a redirect from Baby Yoda. So when we thought T7 Crimson had found a couple goals to end the series of games, Pio Marilar, in even quicker fashion, have two to tie it up. Butters to the back wall. They're not going to have the follow-up direction to get a double tap. Baby Yoda to the sidewall. I'm sorry, to the backboard, and then Moo Man to the sidewall. Butters. Can they get... Oh, they're going to get absolutely tackled by Moo Man. Baby Yoda, big flick. Moo Man with the follow. Pushing it to the back wall, and nobody's there. Overtime. 4-4 in game number 4 of this Tier 4 matchup. Moo Man, shot, top corner! Pimp my Rocket League ride with just less than a minute and a half to spare. They found 2 goals to tie it up, and then 5 seconds in to overtime, they found the winner. And we will have game number 5 between these two very exciting sides. So, I didn't check my Discord DMs. But apparently Baby Yoda was looking for a server change. So I will grant them that request. So I'll get a new server up and running very quickly here. Okay, I was going to say, Rocket League was trying to tell me I wasn't connected to the servers. And I said, what? How am I not connected to the servers? I was just in the lobby. There we go. Oh, man, EV6 mans really do be popping off tonight. Alright, we're still waiting on one more team to hop on in. Waiting for sorry. Had a ping that I thought was important. Oh yeah, sorry, Moo Man. I sent it to who was it? I sent it to 0 Point. I sent the new, I don't know if I have you on Discord actually. But I just now saw their Discord message that Yoda was wanting a server change. And yes, they can have that. I just didn't see it in time for that last match, so my apologies. AWash23 is the new name in pass, and I swear if I see somebody in chat joining this lobby, I will have you. But yeah, just add a 1 to the previous lobby info. I guess I could have said that to keep it code, but oh well. Yeah, I guess 0 Point's not there at the moment, so So our final could you send it to Yoda? Yeah. I can do that. All right, I just sent it Yoda's way. So our final IGL game of the night, game number 5, between PMRLR Purple and T7 Crimson. 2 games each for these teams. Only one of them can win game number 5 and move on to those quarterfinals. I absolutely agree, Daybreak Spider. We've got a great matchup for our last one of the night. And of course, we even got a game 5 out of it. Even better. Always love to see best of 5s go all the way. And I'll say the same thing when it comes to games being stupid 1 sec. Okay. And I'll say the same thing in the semifinals and grand finals and the bronze matches, that I hope we get the full best of 7s as well. Even though they are incredibly long series, I do hope that we get the exciting matchups that come when we get full best of 7s. Just waiting on Mooman and Yoda to join back into the game. I guess the game's being stupid. Maybe we should have just stayed in the lobby. But I'm gonna make sure that, yeah, I typed the lobby info right. Moo, do I need a remake again? Is that a... Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. We're good. I see you in. All right. Finally, we've got game number 5 between these 2 very exciting teams. And Butter is trying to get off on the right foot. But Baby Yoda's going to have a response. Not a lot of boost to follow it up, and neither does Moo Man, as they can't get a touch. Everybody leaving the ball thinking that somebody else is going to go for it. Baby Yoda to stop in midfield, to touch towards the side. Trying to get a follow-up, but not the right positioning. Butter's chasing down Moo Man, hoping for a demo to leave it open. Doesn't quite happen. Moo Man gets it past Gilly. Gilly to the side, and not able to work it through the blue defense for the moment. Hopefully the delay didn't make them cold. But this is part of what being a competitor is about, is being able to deal with setbacks, deal with unforeseen circumstances. And Gilly! The big flick over the blue defense caught Mooman and Baby Yoda in roughly the same spot. A 777 Crimson dribble their way to a 1-0 lead just over a minute into this game. Mooman sends a shot high. No follow-up from Gilly as they fly past, and it's a quick response from PMRLR Purple. Moonman didn't get it on target the first time, but made no mistake the second. And with Butters in the midfield, it's going to be difficult for them to get back in time. Moonman flicked to the backboard. Butters has to get up as Baby Yoda was coming in hot. And it did so successfully. Gilly might have a shot here off the backboard. Butters might have a second chance. Here's Baby Yoda, puts it off their backboard. Butters also sends it high. And it's awkward for Moonman and Baby Yoda, but Moonman with the touch. Butters' awkward possession has to get this save, and they find it to the corner. They pick up the boost. Good 50s popped high to the corner. Moonman and Baby Yoda both in the same spot. It's a double commit, a miscommunication. Butters. Oh, the shot's wide. It's going to pop high. Butters will get eliminated from the pitch, and Moonman will have their head on a silver platter. Baby Yoda sends it downfield. Gilly's going to go for the cut with full boost. Not able to get it past. Gilly to the sidewall. Yoda, poor position. Gilly should have kept going with it. But I don't think they expected Yoda to be that awkward. Moonman's going to try to carry it through. They're going to get bumped off of it slightly. Still have possession, but it's not good enough to beat Butters into the sidelines. Gilly just waiting for the mistake from Baby Yoda, but it never comes. Butters beats one. Can they get it inside for Gilly? Oh, maybe a little bit too high, but it might just be perfect. I thought the pass might have been a little bit too high from Butters, but it falls just enough that Gilly is able to get the shot to the crossbar and down and in. BTK Gilly the follow-up shot. The first one, a little bit high, a little bit wide. But the first defender just leaves it. Baby Yoda, I guess, went for the corner boost. And that was the wrong decision to make, as their teammate was not able to come back in time. Pimar Rocket League grind. We have seen some fantastic stuff from them tonight. But it's been the simple mistakes that have cost them the most in this series. And it ultimately could cost them a spot in the quarterfinals unless they can string in 2 more goals. As they find one here through the corner, Moonman gets the touch. Butters slowed down on their commit, and the hesitation was a decisive factor there. PMRLR only down by 1, but it's a big 50 in midfield. A minute 29 left on the clock. Baby Yoda up! Oh, it's to the crossbar! It's down, but it's out! Gilly and Baby Yoda fighting for possession on the sidelines here. It's gonna be a high pop-up. Baby Yoda trying to get in front of it. Butters trying to do the same. Neither of them find the touch. And Gilly pops it up and gets sent away. Oh, Gilly had the chance to pressure there, but I don't think they thought that the other team was going to hesitate on their shot. Butters. Good touch towards the corner and to the side. From my Rocket League ride, they double committed. They're both on the retreat. Quick cut in by Baby Yoda. Sent towards the net. And I think that was going to be wide by the time Gilly reached it. Baby Yoda bumped. But Moonman still makes the save on Gilly's shot. Butters still trying to work it through. Gilly being patient here. 20 seconds left. They can't afford a mistake. PMRLR has their number in overtime. It's going to be one final play that could possibly do it for PMRLR. And they're going to go 2v1. Baby Yoda versus Gillian Moomin, and Gillian makes a decisive touch, and it's going to be 777 Crimson that take the series over PMRLR Purple. And like I mentioned at the beginning, those tiny mistakes, those fine margins, going to be the difference makers. And sure enough, that's what we saw in game number 5. Has 777 Crimson narrowly come out with the important win over PMRLR. You're very welcome for the cast butters, and GG's to everybody who played in that match. That was a great series. And a great one to end the night off on. But again, GG's to everybody. What a series. On another day, maybe PMRLR takes that series. But that's all I can say. What a fantastic series. Back and forth action all the way through. But we're going to find out who from IGL is still casting / playing / streaming. Ooh, and a raid on Pyro J might be the move.
Well, yeah, let's go. I motivate you to always try your best. But also remember, no matter how much art you do, remember to take breaks. Remember
That's
to
for that.
take breaks.
I'm trying to figure out where that noise was coming from, but it was Twitch homepage. Super annoying that Twitch homepage doesn't auto mute the stream. I wish I had that option. I'm just waiting to check into Pyro J stream to make sure that they're still going. I see Toxo reverse sweep in the chat. Oh, 4 minutes left. We're gonna send you very quickly to another game 5 over on Pyro J's stream. But thanks to all of you who showed up tonight. Thank you again to everybody who dropped the follow. A huge thank you for tagging for the big tip as well, and for testing out the stream elements. So, you all were great. GG's to everybody who played tonight. Good luck to everybody who won and is going to continue on with the IGL Summer 2021 circuit. And yes, David Schrader, we do have another game 5. So those of you on Twitch, we're going to send you to Pyro J. And everybody have a fantastic night.
Difficult for him, but he does. And just to keep it away, Superman has a full tank of boost, so he's ready for anything.